And I started this thing thinking that, it's going to be a pretty easy ride. All I ever have to do is just, write up titles of videos that come to my mind and then just, have a bunch of them ready in my notes app or something. And whenever I sit down, I can just crank them out and have a library of content so that whenever I have the opportunity of one of my videos blowing up, all of my videos start getting traction, and all of a sudden, boom, I'm the successful YouTube guy. But at this point, I mean, I'm like 30 or 35 videos in, pretty much, and it's it's not seeming to be all that dandy anymore. So I've run out of things to say that I feel are going to bring any sort of value, to be honest. And I mean, I come up with these wild ideas. Like the other day, I was thinking about how, we have this oil crisis thing going on, and some of the gas stations, they're running out of petrol, and like it just seems so manufactured. It all just seems so manufactured. I'm not quite sure on what to think about it all. Like, is it just like fake? Is all of it just fake? Is it like a push toward electric vehicles and such? It's just a thought that crossed my mind. It all sounds very much like a conspiracy. I just can't put my finger on it yet if it's like a conspiracy orchestrated by life itself, or it's more like, like actual humans pulling the strings behind this. So what I mean by a conspiracy by life is like, if there's some like higher intelligence that's just pulling strings and making things fall into place, and it's trying to have our world lead more into renewable sources rather than oil and such. But again, it's just such a far stretch. For the most part, I feel like life is very sort of, there's like a Latin word for it, I think. Le- Lazy fairy something. Yeah, it's like a business strategy where the leader just, you know lets things take care of themselves. Very much like an open market, like an open economic market where you don't intervene much and you let things figure themselves out. So laissez faire, I don't know how to quite say that. In fact, I hadn't thought of the word for quite some time. It's like the first time I've thought of that word in a very long time. I studied about it in college, I think, like in economics class. But yeah, that is my idea about it. Like, life is just, like a bare bones open container, and you choose to do with it what you choose to do with it. And there's very little intervention behind the scenes, if at all. But again, you can never be too sure. But let's say, all these ultra powerful people, like the Davos people and the Bohemian Groove people, whatever, the German, the German thing, I forget what the name of that is. There's this meeting where all the business leaders are invited. It's in Germany, that I'm pretty sure about. I just forget the name of what it was. But imagine all these ultra wealthy powerful people just coming together and deciding that they wanted to push you toward using more renewable sources. And it's like playing a good dictator, a benevolent dictator. And I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like economic interests that these people would have in it. um Again, like at this point, I'm probably just rambling. But yeah, it's just something that crossed my mind the other day. And I mean, coming back to what I was originally saying, this YouTube thing. Like, I wanted to do this so bad because I felt like I'm this really interesting person, uh who's like, studied in so many different subjects. And I definitely feel like I'm very formed in very different aspects of life. But I don't quite have any sort of output for it. I don't have anything to show for it. I don't have I just have this idea about myself that I'm just like a really learned person, and very intellectually driven, and very facts driven sort of scientific approach thing. And I just like to learn about many different sort of things. It's just that I don't have a way to output all that into one thing. So somebody's really good at, I don't know, man, cooking. So they can make something up, they can whip something up, they can present it to you, you'll eat it and be like, oh wow, this guy can cook. But the sort of person I've become, I'm just like a jack of so many trades, and a very good jack at each one of those, dare I say. Like things that I get interested in, I'm almost like autistic, like ADHD sort of. Just I just drill down and dial in, till I'm actually just satisfied that I know enough about the subject. And because of this obsession driven sort of personality, I've went down many rabbit holes and learned about many different things. I just don't have anything to show for it. Um, Certainly, it does not bring any sort of economic value. So for that reason, it's not like any of it is translating into me being wealthy, which is not ideal. So yeah, I don't know where all of this is going to take me at this point. It's not like I'm going to delete this thing, because I've done that many times in the past. I've started this YouTube thing and just deleted it, for one reason or the other. This time, I don't actually hate what I'm doing. I'm actually not hating what I'm putting out, but I'm not loving it either. And like the initial sort of excitement or energy that I had about it seems to be just fizzling out. I don't feel as driven, or I don't even feel like I have a vision about it anymore. So again, like these are the things you do, man. You have certain things in your mind, you build all the fantasy up, but then when the rubber hits the road, you start realizing that it's not all that you thought it would be. And it's kind of like a reality check, which I'm glad happened at an early age, because that's the thing, like if you don't do things that you feel you want to do, later in life you might regret those and be like, oh, you could live a life of regret. Or what if I could have done this, done that, I could have been this, I should have done this, whatever. Like, but once you put your energy to things that you have in mind, and you just churn them out, when the rubber hits the road, it's almost like it either is going to pick up traction or it's going to fizzle out. But at least you'll know that you did it. And if you have a voice inside of you that just won't die, if you have a voice that just keeps screaming back up and wants to be out there, yeah, at that point you might just keep doing something and eventually make something from it. So that's sort of the thing that I'm going through right now. I just thought I'd make a video about it. And yeah, that's what's up. Nothing too crazy. And I'm just gonna post this one. If I have more to talk about, I'll probably make a video about that too. And yeah, let's see. Hope you're doing okay in life. Hope you're finding alignment and such. And yeah, I don't have much else to say. So hope you have a good one and stay tuned in. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Take care now.